According to Bankrate, half of American credit card holders carry a balance month to month. And although there's not a one-size-fits-all solution to paying down debt, we want to talk about one particular method, debt consolidation. Here with more, we've got David Kimball, who is the CEO of Prosper, a peer-to-peer lending platform that offers products like home improvement and medical loans, as well as, of course, debt consolidation loans. David, great to have you here with us. So what are some of the reasons for consolidating debt?
I think the biggest reason is you have higher interest rates. So you mentioned earlier, a number of people have card balances and those typically have higher interest rate costs. And so you're looking for a way to reduce those interest rate costs, real money to you. And so typically when you're looking at a debt consolidation loan, you're moving from these higher interest rate loans to something that is typically going to be lower interest rate loans. So that's the biggest motivation there. It's a way to reduce that cost. And then a lot of times then with credit card loans, you are on a revolving basis. So you're really perpetually paying. A debt consolidation loan puts you on an amortizing loan, and it puts you in a place where you are over a period of anywhere from 2 to 5 to 6 to 7 years paying down that loan so that you get to a balance of zero instead of having perpetually that balance outstanding.
So give us the benefits and drawbacks of debt consolidation that people need to keep in mind.
Well, the first thing I would say is what you have to do is you've got to face your finances. And so on the one hand, people would say that's a drawback, I don't want to do it, but it really is a benefit. You've got to take a look at the existing loans that you have outstanding. You need to understand the terms of those loans. You need to understand how much you've got outstanding. You need to understand what you're paying in terms of fees and what you're paying in terms of interest rates. Once you have that knowledge base, then it's time for you to take a look at what are the other options for me. And so if you take a look at a debt consolidation loan, you can find something with a lower interest rate. You're going to find something, again, if you're comparing the total fees and the total interest rate of that debt consolidation loan to the information that you already have on your existing loans, you're then doing a comparison between those two. If you're able to find then a debt consolidation loan that has a lower interest rate, one of the drawbacks may be that you're actually paying more principal balance over time. So if you're short on cash flow, you have to come up with more money up front. But ultimately what that's doing is it's creating a pro. The pro is you're reducing your absolute cost. So it really comes down to whether or not you have the capacity. And ultimately, if you don't change your habits, if you keep spending the way you were spending, you're going to take the stuff from your credit card, put it on a debt consolidation loan, your credit card balance or your credit card lines are still open. If you begin to spend on your credit card lines again, what you're doing at that point is creating more debt. That's also a drawback. So really, you need to face your finances. You need to understand them. You need to make a budget. And for some people, you're going to have to change your spending behavior for this to be a really effective tool.
All right, a lot of people's ears are burning. Their heart might be on fire right now. So let's give them some active tips about consolidating debt here. Where can they begin?
Well, the first thing you can do is take a look and go online, look for debt consolidation loans. There are places like our website at prosper.com. You can look at our blog and take a look at just quick financial help items on our blog. You can look at Investopedia. You can look at a number of those places to understand really what I'm getting into. When you look at that, you can do a pre-approval. So you can apply for a loan without actually affecting your credit. Take a look at that, what that cost is, so you can determine whether or not it's right for you. So I'd say take a look and look at blogs, look at information sources so you can really understand the process here. Once again, understand your existing finances. Do a pre-approval. Take a look at whether or not what you have on the one side is going to be better on the other side by comparing my existing to what the future could be. Once you feel comfortable with that, then go for it.
So there's a little tips about how to be smarter with debt, and maybe consider a debt consolidation. Go ahead, Rodney. Man, what's your take about debt consolidation for people who might be outrageous of debt?
So debt consolidation is actually a good tool for those that really don't know the method of how to control their debt situation. So right now, interest rate continuing to go high. Some people interest rate are even higher than some people home loan when it comes to the aspect of credit cards. So my thing is, one thing I got from this information is budgeting. That's the number one issue that a lot of Americans are facing. They do not know how to budget. Majority of the time, you do have extra money, but because of the simple fact you're not budgeting the right way, you're using the extra money on something else. Well, you could actually use that extra money and put on your debt to bring your debt down. To me, my personal, of course, this is not financial advice, but this is for my opinion. I don't really think you need to do a debt consolidation loan, because the simple fact is you can manage it yourself. If you're managing where your money is going to and balance it out, you will be able to pay off your debt. I was able to do it. I know Jordan was able to do it, and Hakeem was able to do it without even getting a loan. So everything is possible with the right mindset and the right method to get yourself out of debt. But the problem is with today's American people, we want to do things fast and not do things the slow way. And that's what's causing us to be even in more debt. Because then we'll use a credit card, pay off a debt. Then now we got to pay off that credit card back. And then we don't know how to pay off that credit card back. Because the simple fact is we don't know how to budget, or we don't know how money works. Go ahead, Akin.
I myself are totally fundamentally against debt consolidation due to the high interest rates a lot of these companies offer you. And you'll just be stuck in a perpetual cycle. I know a lot of people are worried about not hurting their credit. Your credit's already messed up. If you have debt, if you have a credit card debt over 30%, your utilization is messed up. Only way to bring that down is start to knock off the debt. I personally, myself, use the Dave Ramsey snowball method. I started from the small debt and I worked all the my way up to the big debt. And whatever I was paying on that debt, I just added to the new one. And then that's how I was able to get out of a lot of things that I owe. So I personally just think people just need to get mentally, you have to understand your relationship with money, how you spend money, and understand that credit cards is not free money. It's actually a loan as well. And you have to pay back your balance down every month. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to carry debt unless it's a new credit card and you got zero APR for a year. Then you could possibly do that. But then I wouldn't tell people to get into the habit of doing it.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like, when it comes to debt, I think a lot of people that use debt consolidation is really with student loans. So you have multiple lines of student loans because, so I know, a lot of people, they go to school, they try to get student loans. And then after they get done, they don't really know how to budget, their finances when it comes to student loans and other debt as well. So when it comes to student loans, there's always, some bank or some type of service or company will send you, hey, you want to, you want to consolidate your student loan debt and everything. But the thing is, Hakeem is right. It's always high interest rates and everything, which is, which I don't like, and people don't like it every day. And kind of makes you. And the thing is, you don't budget correctly, it's going to make it even harder for you to pay off the debt, especially you have a debt consolidation as well. So I'm with Ronnie and Hakeem doing the old-fashioned way. If you know how to properly budget, like I said, find your way, or what type of thing to properly budget, and also save money for your finance and everything, and make sure you do it month by month by month. And eventually, if you follow the protocol, what you want to do to how to save money, also pay off debt, you don't gotta worry about go debt consolidation and everything. But for some people, they do that way. If you're gonna do it, go ahead. Personally for me, with the high interest rates, I'll step away from debt consolidation. But like I said, for it might be easy option for everybody else. So if you want an option to do it, go ahead and do it.
And I would say it's also very important to make sure you're sitting with a financial advisor or someone that really understands money and how money works to take you to the next level. That's very